Have you ever forgotten something? Maybe while taking a test, going to get groceries, forgetting how long you spent on TikTok yesterday. Well, this week, I'm going to be training my mind so I never forget anything ever again. Yeah, that's right. I don't need your stupid Neuralink, Elon Musk. But there's one problem. This technique is said to take years to master. And I'm addicted to TikTok. I don't have an attention span. I can't commit myself to a daily task for more than one day. But Michael Scott once said, never, ever, ever give up. Truly one of the most inspirational quotes on the face of the planet. So I'm really going to dive deep into learning how to do this. Not only for myself, but because I know that there are many of you watching that are in the same position I am. For the better part of the last 3 weeks, researchers, authors, YouTubers have told me that I was training my mind to remember everything. But I didn't see it that way. Which brings us to challenge number 1, meditation. This technique I'm studying in this video is called Mind Palace. It's a very old, ancient, difficult technique that uses your visual part of your brain to remember information. I'm going to explain it better in a second, so while I meditate, I'm mindfully just trying to remember random memories to practice remembering. Often something I forget to do, and apparently it's a skill that just never got developed. Maybe because I never read books as a kid, or because I'm so addicted to my gosh darn... Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself right now. The goal by the end of this video is to memorize an entire 52 count deck of cards. Because look how cool this dude is with his little earmuff construction thingies on. I want to look like that. But as I discovered more about myself and started living more in the present throughout this first challenge, I found that having a great memory is not something that people are born with, but can be developed through training, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Meditating recently has made me a lot more present and relaxed, but would I say that this training is helping me get any better at remembering things? Not exactly. Let me ask you a question. Would it be easier to remember that a guy's name is Baker or remember that the guy is a baker? It's the same word, right? But you can actually visualize a baker opposed to just a random dude off the New York Stock Exchange. Just think about it. Back in our hunter-gatherer days, if you forgot how to get back to your nomadic group of people, you die. So we've evolved to visually remember information. See, although I was meditating every day, testing my mental strength as well as my flexibility, I had a eureka moment. I found that this memory technique isn't actually about training your memory, but your imagination. It's derived from basic principles that utilizes the visual part of your brain. Meaning the better your imagination, the crazier, more absurd, and in my case, more inappropriate images I can come up with, the easier I can recall the information. And with my newfound peace and zen through meditating, I think I'm ready for challenge number 2. Hopefully. He was not hopeful. It is time for challenge number 2. Recognize and recall. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to give myself 10 seconds to use a random word generator and memorize all 5 words in order within the time limit. I'm optimistic for this one because usually I don't last more than 10 seconds. My attention span, I mean. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I totally thought this video was going to be like a sick, interesting documentary diving deep into the long forgotten memory technique that is Mind Palace, but the footage is basically me just writing in a diary that I definitely don't have. I don't even know why you would say that. So I'm just going to fast forward a few days where I feel like I'm wildly underprepared to memorize these cards, but we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. I'm confident. 30 years have passed since the last clip. That's right, I'm a middle-aged man, but also a memory expert. That's right, I've cracked the code. And the code is this, it's called the POA system, person, object, action. For example, king of diamonds, diamond suit, rich. Who is rich? Elon Musk is rich. What's the most famous picture of Elon Musk? Weed. Elon smoking weed. You then shuffle it up like so, and then group the cards into 3s. You would take the person, the object, and the action from each card in order. So in this case, my scenario is going to be Santa Claus leading the Mexican drug cartel at Harvard. I'm going to place that unforgettable image in my head and repeat the process for all 52 cards. Nine of Hearts. Throughout this journey, I learned to appreciate living in the moment and cherishing all the wonderful memories I have with my friends and family are the key points to living a good life. A life where I'm not so stuck in my phone screen, but where I've learned to remember. Remembering to remember these moments have changed the way I perceive the world. King of clubs, 7 of clubs, 8 of diamonds. So I encourage you, the next time you're sitting at home and are bored, don't scroll on TikTok for 30 minutes, or in my case, 6 hours. 5 of clubs, Jack of hearts, King of diamonds. Elon, baby. Sit down and write in a diary. Journal. Not diary. I don't have a diary. Journal all the wonderful things you appreciate, because the more grateful you are for the things you have, the more memories you will want to remember making. 9 of diamonds, 10 of clubs, 9 of diamonds, 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 9 of diamonds 8 of clubs, 8 of hearts, 2 of spades, and Jack of spades. Wow, I can't believe I just did that. You know, I might have just completed one of many memory feats throughout my journey of becoming the smartest person of all time. I'm not lying about this. Albert Einstein, I'm coming for you. But I still need to remember that these violent delights could quite possibly have violent ends.